too in the rest of the world. As the world is going towards more and more of what is called the national interest, and the pursuit of that interest by any means, unfortunately. When you're back in your countries and in positions of power in society, in all walks of life, remember that nothing stands above a fellow human being. And nothing stands above the interest of the fellow human being. So while you pursue your careers and the interest of individuals, us individuals, or when you try to represent the interests of nations, remember that others have interests too, and that you find your interest in harmony with the interest of the rest of us in the world. And with that, I will end my remarks, and I'm so happy to be with you. It's a great moment, and I will never forget it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm ready, Professor Mujumdar, to take some questions. Yes. Yes, I will continue to stay here. I'll be happier facing them straight in here, okay, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Can I just share this mic?
You can share the mic with me, by all means, ma'am.
You made my day.
Please.
I won't even attempt to put into words what your address has meant to all of us. I'll go just with thank you so much. A number of you have sent questions, and because of a paucity of time, I'm going to read the questions out. I will read it with your names. When your name is read out, please do stand up. Simon from Kenya asks, with the foreign forces exiting Afghanistan in 2014, what is your ideas or thoughts towards security stability? With your country flooding with natural resources and the two Asian giants, India and China, through diplomacy wanting to explore and tap into those resources to fuel their own thirsty economies, are you slightly paranoid?
Well, sir, please take a seat, sir. What are you studying, my friend? What are you studying? Commerce, banking, and finance. Good, good, good. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, you know the circumstances under which the international forces came to Afghanistan. And now we are ready to send them home with gratitude and thanks. And for us to begin to provide protection to our country and service to our country. Yes, Afghanistan is very rich in natural resources. We want to give it to the best use possible. We are aware of the dangers as well, that uncontrolled unprincipled extraction and use of natural resources can bring much misery to our economy as well, like we see examples in your part of the world as well, in Africa. Keeping that in mind, Afghanistan is stepping forward very carefully. We worked for almost 3 years on the law that will allow such investment. Once the law is out, yes, India and China are the two very close countries to Afghanistan. Both are neighbors, and both are expanding economies. And Afghanistan also needs to add to its own revenue and to its own GDP. Therefore, Afghanistan will rely on such investment and make sure that the investment in our natural resources brings welfare to the society and strengthens the foundations of the Afghan economy. Thank you.
Habib, he's written a question plus some comments, so I will read out his entire.
Please.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, I'm going to touch upon the most sensitive issue of contemporary Afghanistan, the bilateral security agreement with the US of A. Your Excellency, let me assure you that we, the Afghan youth, stand firm beside you, as we salute your dedication and determination as far as safeguarding Afghan national interests and preserving Afghan dignity is concerned. You have won our hearts. May God bless you. The question, Your Excellency, as you know, India has been leading from the front in terms of the reconstruction since 2002 in areas of building infrastructure, capacity building, education, and enhancing the capabilities of the Afghan military establishment. What, according to you, would be India's role in post-2014 Afghanistan?
Well, India is, India is an age-old friend of Afghanistan. It has proven itself to be a true friend. In the past 10 years, it has been in the forefront of assistance to Afghanistan, including students, many of whom I see here today in this hall. India will continue to play a role in Afghanistan for strengthening the institutional foundations of Afghanistan, for bringing better training to the Afghan army and police, and for bringing to us the stronger, deeper rooting of our democracy and its institutions. And by engaging with us in commerce and trade, India and Afghanistan have a shared interest in connecting to the Central Asian region and the West Asian region. Both of us are trying to work hard with our neighbor Pakistan, so transit and trade can be allowed, so the region can prosper. There's so much talent in this region, so much energy of the youth, and if these barriers are removed, we will be unleashing that power in the most significant way. Thank you.
Hamid Karzai. Your Excellency, we are living.
The leaders pursuing politics that make it difficult. Well, if I now go to pour out still, I believe that what I referred to in my remarks, when Afghanistan do that at the cost of the poor families and children of that other country or parts of the world, should Afghanistan do that? No, never. Never. And I'm sure that new president will come here to Symbiosis University to address students here. So elections will definitely be there. The success of India, students, the success of Indian democracy is there because of the adherence of Indian leaders then, 65 years ago, to the Constitution of India. And the participation of Indian masses in deciding the fate of governments. Afghanistan will follow the same course. Afghanistan will go to elections, elect a new president, elect new provincial councils, and a year from now, Afghanistan will elect a new parliament. The foreign forces, the NATO forces, will leave Afghanistan in huge numbers Some of them will stay from 10 to 15,000 in small numbers, under our laws, under our principles, and in respect of Afghan homes and Afghan lives. And
thank you, sir. That's all. The last question is for the Minister of Bhutan. Oh, okay. Maybe you could try that.
I can answer for him?
Yes. Bhutan is known to be the happiest nation. What is the secret?
Well, those of you who are studying politics must study a principle in Bhutan that's called gross national happiness. We are known to have studied generally gross national product or gross national income or income per capita. The Bhutanese have adopted a different philosophy, the philosophy of gross national happiness. Now, some countries are very rich. I don't want to name them. But are they happy? No. And some countries are not that rich. But are they happy? Yes. That is a great example. So the Bhutanese are telling us that it's not only the riches that you create makes you happy, it's the social, economic, environment of existence and the proper use of the resources that Mother Earth provides that makes you happy. And they are right.
Thank you, Your Excellency. A wonderful note to end that session on. All good things must come to an end. I have a feeling that the recording of this program is going to be one that gets seen again and again and again. Dr. Vidya Yerotikar, the Executive Director of the Center for International Education and our Principal Director, will now express her thanks.
His Excellency, I said in the morning and I repeat it again, for me and for all of us at Symbiosis, it's like a dream come true. And I think it is the same for all these international brothers and sisters of mine, coming from almost 85 different countries, that this is an event that I think they will cherish for the whole of their lives. And they will thank India and they will thank Symbiosis in particular to have invited you and have interacted with you. Because I too believe that as a student, I'm sure, I don't think you have also had an opportunity to interact with the head of the state while you were in India. So they are really lucky that Symbiosis could invite you, and I'm sure these memories will be cherished by each one of them as we will cherish too. I must put on record my deep appreciation and thanks to Dr. Abdali, and I visited him several times and I have persuaded him that please tell the story of Symbiosis to your president, and I'm sure that will draw him here. And Dr. Abdali, I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. As this function comes to the end, you have promised that you will come again in 2014. I've said this to many, but I think this holds true for you, that the soil of Symbiosis is like the sands of Hawaii. Once it gets into your shoes, it will get you again and again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The session now comes to a close. I request the audience to remain seated while the dignitaries leave.